Hi there, and welcome to Sew With Me Sunday. It's Bridget O'Flaherty, and thanks for joining me this week. This week I've got a couple of things for you. I'm going to show you some of my felting process, and I started washing my fleece, and so I'm going to show you that process. And I also have done a little bit of embroidery on a new pattern that I have coming out soon. So I've shown you some of the steps in doing that pattern. And I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe below so you can get these weekly and you know when they're coming out. And also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at EcoThreadArt. And thanks for joining me. Hi there, it's Bridget O'Flaherty and it's Sew With Me Sunday. Thanks for joining me. And again this week I'm not going to be doing sewing right now. I'm going to show you how I process fleece. So I get from a neighbor across the road who has sheep. We did some shearing this spring and I bought his fleece from him, and I'm not sure if I'm crazy or not, but I bought 42 fleece. You can see this great big bag here. There's about 17 left in this bag right now, and I got another great big bag just like it still full. So I have to wash this fleece, and I thought I would show you my setup and my process for getting it clean, because I can't use it until it's clean. So just to give you an idea of the space that I've got here, I've got set up out in my backyard. I've got the bag of fleece, a table for sorting, and then those are my washing bins. And then I have another table for further sorting, and then I've got these drying racks, and they're made out of a mesh and put onto frames, and they hold really pretty much one fleece per rack, so not a huge amount, and it limits my ability to process actually. So yeah, it limits my ability to process a lot of fleece by only having the two racks, because I need about 12 hours drying time. To do the cleaning of the fleece, it takes about 45 minutes per fleece to an hour between the rinsing and the hot water baths. So I've got my baths set up. I've got these stainless steel sinks, and in one of them I've got super hot water with a little bit of soap. I use a soap, and it is called Synthropol. You can get it at most dyeing stores, dyeing places, and places where they process fleece, I think, would also have them. I'm not positive about that. but I do a lot of dyeing, so that's why I've got Synthropol on hand. You need to make sure you're using soap, not detergent. The soap will grab the dirt and pull it out, but you do also need to make sure that you've got hot water. There's a lot of lanolin in these fleeces, and that hot water helps pull the lanolin out of the fleece. So you've got a couple of baskets here right now. This one, these ones have been through 2 washing cycles already. I've been through 2 washing soaks, and I'm about to put those into rinse. And just to get the rest of that little bit of dirt that's on here out, I'll put it through a cold rinse. These ones that I have in here are really quite filthy. And you can see there's a lot of dirt and poopy stuff still on there. So they're going to go through another washing, and I'm just pressing out the excess water to try and get as much of the dirty water out before I put it into a nice clean bath. So, and then I'm just going to put it into here to soak for another little bit. And same with this one. Just put it into there to soak. And you can see the soap is doing its job already, pulling that dirt off of those locks. And with the baskets, I find it, I hear a lot of people using laundry bags. I actually found them really restrictive. Plus, I've got an enormous amount of fleece to process, so the laundry bags were a little cumbersome and a little annoying for me to use. I find these baskets work really well, but you do have to be careful not to agitate the wool, because it will then felt itself before you're ready for felting. So it's just a light pushing that I'm doing just to give it a little bit of movement and get the dirt out of it. This one is now water that needs to be washed away. So I will let that out. And then I'm going to fill the sink and put a cold water bath in for rinsing. So once I have them all washed and rinsed, then I bring them over to these drying racks and lay them out on the drying racks. They're just a mesh that's got a frame around it, and I lay them out so that the air can dry them. And it takes about 12 hours, unfortunately, for one fleece to dry, just because of the humid air that we have in this area. And so I have to time it well. It slows me down a little bit in terms of processing. But now I've only got 39 left to go. subscribe below, follow me on Instagram and Facebook at EcoThreadArt. Check out my website, threadpaintedart.com, and I'll see you next time.